Alrighty guys, welcome on back to some more Trails Through Daybreak 2. Last time, we made it to this underground lab here. Inside the underground lab, we actually got a toxin put into our bodies that ended up defeating our characters, traveled back in time, and ended up talking to the church. The church, after a quick fight, was able to cure us. Then we came in here and had to fight off the Ouroboros enforcers. Walter, Lucretia, and then the ex-enforcer, Ren, who was taken over by a, she doesn't technically have split personality, but basically a personality of a old friend of hers that she basically put into her mind to protect her. And after we defeated them, they told us we need to check out this computer before we end off our tour we've been on for the past couple episodes. So let's go ahead and walk up to the third checkpoint and see what it has for us.
Hey, what's wrong?
Are you okay? You're burning up.
I'm fine. Really, this is... nothing.
Bull, we're taking you back to the villa right now.
We should call Esmerite too.
You went through all that too, Van?
Sorry for not coming clean about this sooner, Catra. You ain't like me, though. You picked yourself back up and started a new life. You've even got a family. And a nice one at that.
Van, everyone!
Nothing detected within this vicinity. He does not appear to be here either.
Oh no! It's Catra! He's gone missing!
Someone's calling to me. I can hear them. I have to go to them. That's my...
Why, hello there, my friend. I've been waiting for you.
You're...
You're finally awake. Very good. The truth should now be staring you in the face. You understand that you're not exactly a normal kid, yes? We are now entering the climax of my grand theatrical crime, of which you will be taking center stage. The spotlight is all yours, so dazzle us with a performance for the ages.
Catra, where could he have gone?
I think it's safe to assume the Oathbreaker has something to do with his son's disappearance.
Probably worth checking out any of the suspicious places we already visited.
So we got something going on with Catra here. I'm going to just quickly rearrange the party. And I'm happy with that. Looks like she is the same level as well. Got a couple optional things we can do first. First of which is to come in here and talk to our 3 friends. And we have one side quest we can do. So if we travel over to the observation deck here, we have a big monster we can fight. Let's go ahead and hop into it. Should have healed up Van a little bit before this, but I think I'll be fine. Honestly, we'll just keep Ren on physical for now. Ooh, well, maybe I should have healed Ren. Or Van. I'll be fine. Agnes might just have to go switch to healing right after this. We'll go for a burn.
We can win.
Good chance for a shard.
Yeah, I'll just have Agnes use Brilliant Halo, get them fully healed. And then we'll just have them keep attacking.
The floor's yours, man.
My turn.
Activating skill.
Your turn.
The floor's yours now.
Now, I won't show
Yeah,
any
you're
mercy.
okay.
You're open.
This is a chonky enemy, though. Do I have a...
We're doing good.
I didn't think so. We'll just have her keep doing Flare Squall.
Initializing threat.
Time for a little payback.
I'll use Azure Sunray, see if I can kill this with Van. Honestly, probably should have done this from the beginning, but yeah, okay. Someone got a new craft. I wish I would have paid attention there. Who was that? Well, let me see. I'll have to go back and rewatch that. You get Aegis Shield right there for clearing it. And that is the last side quest of this area of the entire Fragments chapter. So with that, we can go ahead and start progressing the main story. We don't have very much left in the Fragments chapter. If we don't finish it this episode, we'll probably finish it at the beginning of next episode. I don't want this episode to go super long, and we'll still have all the cutscenes at the very end. So if we get to the final boss or final area and still haven't cleared it, at like 45 minutes, we'll probably just call it. So first we'll travel to the ruined altar here. We're going to travel to a bunch of the areas we've already visited that were kind of suspicious.
And Harwood's with him.
So this really was your doing. Shocker.
My reputation precedes me. I'll have you know, I'm just a man behind the curtain. I'm certainly not the star. The winds of change are blowing over this whole island. And it's not only affecting you, but also everyone else here, too.
You want to speak in riddles all day? Or are you gonna tell us what the hell it is you're planning?
Katra, what's going on? Tell us what's wrong. He's unresponsive.
You bastard! What the hell did you do to him?
Oh, nothing much. Just a little push over the edge. All that's left now is to wait and see if the pieces fit. Now, get out there and break a leg.
What is this?
Katra? Wings? Made of shards? An angel?
This can't be for real, can it?
He mustn't!
Make him stop, now! You'll be caught in it too!
Now, why would I do that? This is the best part of the show. Trust me, you won't want to miss this. Though I suppose it'll make for a rather anticlimactic ending. If you want a happier one, you'll just have to do better next time.
So Katra's an angel, apparently. Don't know how that works. He's a shard angel. My guess is that it's the mind of somebody else in the body of somebody else. but I don't know, like, maybe it's the mind of an angel in the body of a human, or the mind of a human in the body of an angel. I'm not sure, but we can go ahead and travel back. We got a couple other places we have to explore before that, so that way he doesn't blow up the island. Let's see. Okay, so this will be different. Yep.
Hey, you guys. Going somewhere?
Oh, could she join us, please?
I was just getting some fresh air to clear my head. Things have felt a little off lately, and I think it has something to do with the Oathbreaker's plan, and whoever it is you're looking for. Well, I've been feeling this presence from outside this world. It's coming from 3 spots around the island, and only at night. I didn't sense it at all during the day, but now I'm hearing these odd little murmurs wherever I go. It's almost like the island itself is trying to give birth to something, as if it's waiting for a resurrection of some kind. Wish I could pinpoint where it was coming from. Unlike you, I haven't been searching this island from top to bottom. I bet you guys can figure it out, though. Good luck!
For now, I'm just going to run to where we need to go, because now seems like a good time to explain something that might be relevant. So, at the end of the Trails of Cold Steel series, we got a hint that there is a second world apart from our world in-game, and our characters are restricted, like their brains cannot imagine another world. Their brains have basically been shut off and told, there's only one world, you can't even imagine it. There are a few characters who can imagine this other world, and that is a character from the Cold Steel games that has not made an appearance since. It's not in the next game, so I don't know if it will be relevant. And then he's the only one really, and then it's implied that 2 other members of Ouroboros, the Grand Master, who is the one over all of it, and her right-hand man, are either from that other world or can perceive that other world. We're not quite sure. I'm mentioning this now because there is a chance Quatre is also somehow connected to this second world that we got hinted at like 10 years ago, because Cold Steel ended in like 2016, I believe, 2016, 2018, around there. And we don't have any follow-up since then, so we'll see if this has anything to do with that. So, this church is the first place we want to go. We're actually going to go check out that medallion we saw in that side quest, because per usual, the side quests do, in fact, have something to do with the main story. Okay, next place we want to go is to that village. Oop, I was already there. Where is... Actually, there's one more thing we have to do here. It's right here. It's this wall. It's the place we put the cracked medallion. I can also quickly mention the DG cult. I mentioned it very early on in like the first episode, some of the first episodes. DG cult was a cult whose entire purpose was actually, where's the, I guess we'll just go to the ruined lab. The DG cult's entire purpose was to try to recreate the goddess Adios. They tried, that was only mentioned really in one game. It was like the first game of the second arc. They've been mentioned since then, but they were only actually in that game. So yeah, their entire purpose was to create a new goddess, or create a replica of the goddess in our world. They failed. They almost succeeded. That was the whole plot of the second
That hits the spot.
second game of the second arc, the Crossbell arc. That was Trails to Azure. They failed though. They did not succeed. So this might have something to do with that as well. Maybe Katre is another vessel for the goddess they were trying to create. Could be any manner of those. There's also like some implication that members of the church know about the second world, but they're trying to keep it a secret. That's just kind of implied though. There's no evidence towards that whatsoever. And we have one more place to go. Let's go to the cave. I feel like we were here already, but I don't remember. Oh, this was the, I know what this is. How's CP looking? CP is looking fine. This was one of those stones we could examine. Yep, right here. So it looks like those were 3 locations that went against the goddess. This was a stone against like a pagan anti-goddess cult. The graves were just kids who had been, lost because the DG cult that never got the proper burials for the goddess. And then I guess the church was a goddess emblem that was broken, so ripped out of place and then broken. So hopefully we've satisfied the goddess and whatever is going on with Katre here.
There he is.
We'll find out. We might go back in time again though.
And Harwood's with him.
So this really was your doing. Shocker.
My reputation precedes me. I'll have you know, I'm just a man behind the curtain. I'm certainly not the star. The winds of change are blowing over this whole island. And it's not only affecting you, but also everyone else here, too.
You want to speak in riddles all day? Or are you gonna tell us what the hell it is you're planning?
Katra, what's going on? Tell us what's wrong. He's unresponsive.
You bastard! What the hell did you do to him?
Oh, nothing much. Just a little push over the edge. All that's left now is to wait and see if the pieces fit. Now, get out there and break a leg.
What is this?
Katra? Wings? Made of shards? An angel?
This can't be for real, can it?
He mustn't!
No! It's not over yet!
Oh?
It stopped.
It looks like our little trip around the island has more than paid off.
There are spiritual singularities all over the island that give off negative mana. So you found them, did you? And here I thought we were all about to accept death's sweet embrace. Way to keep your eye on the ball, Spriggan.
Why you?
Van, look! Mr. Salesian!
It wasn't enough to snap him out of it.
The surge in mana was just a fun little extra. My real plan was to create the vessel, and that has been accomplished.
Vessel? What are you?
Van!
Yeah, we're gonna beat some sense back into him. Let's go!
Looks like he might be a vessel of the goddess. Or a vessel of an angel of the goddess? Not sure. But we do have to fight Katre and Jealous. That sounds pretty sick. Alright, let's just go ahead and get into it. Good miss, Van. I'm gonna do something different here.
Leave this to me.
I don't think he's gonna be that bad. But I'm gonna open with Cobalt Curtain here.
Cobalt activate!
Great, okay. Well, let me just back out. He's not gonna be weak to anything, so
Activating
let's hit him with regular stuff. We'll get Ren over with Van. Does she have an impede? Nope. He is chunky. Oh, she has built-in impede. I got really lucky there because I put a impede on her. Meteoric gravity. Then we'll go ahead and swap back in for Swim.
I'm taking over.
We'll get Swin up there as well.
It's time.
And then we'll go ahead and start with Azure Sun right here. We have another boost coming up here in a second.
You're getting the full course. Azure Sunray.
Wow. 26,000 damage. I want to make it back to... Oh, well, I'm not making it back to Swin's turn.
How is he still going?
Please, stop this, Catra! Come back to us!
Pull yourself together. We know for a fact that this isn't who you want to be.
Yes.
Whoa now. We can't end the show here. It's not quite time for the curtain call.
Catra!
The Oathbreaker's going in with him!
There was a secret passage here this whole time?
This must be their...
What was that explosion?
It came from the villa. Van! Are you okay?
We're fine. What the hell's happening over there?
The villa was suddenly attacked by all these horrible machines!
Why? Why is this happening to me?
And please tell me Catra's okay.
He's gonna be just fine. Don't worry. Elaine, we've still got some stuff to do here. Hold down the fort until we can get back, okay?
Understood. We'll deal with things on our end. Just take care of yourself, Van. And tell that to the others, too.
You better come back to us safe and sound. Got that?
I hope they'll be okay.
They can handle themselves. Right now, we need to worry about what's in front of us. Now, let's move!
When you see that red loading sign, that means, like, stuff's about to go down. It's in every game. When the loading symbol gets red, it's getting real dark real quick. So let's see what's in this underground cavern. I'll probably only be able to get through this, and I know there's one more place right after this. At this point, there is no going back to the island. We are officially locked into the final dungeon. Or dungeons, it might be multiple floors. But there is no more going back, so if you need to do anything, reload a save, go back right now. Don't progress any further, because there's no going back. Here we go. We're going to have a fight, like, right here as soon as we enter, so... kind of want to swap back to Ren.
It's Catra.
Catra already, huh? Okay, here we go.
Catra, are you all right? He looks like he's in a lot of pain.
Poor thing. It almost tugs at my heartstrings to see him like this. No normal human would be capable of withstanding the searing pain that form brings. Yet our completed vessel is bearing the brunt of it all the same. I'd expect nothing less from the DG cult's obsessive pet project.
You son of a bitch!
You keep calling him a vessel. Is he the victim of one of the cult's experiments? The ones that fell outside of their normal doctrine?
Precisely. Although, in a manner of speaking, he was right in line with it. They called him God's Vessel.
God's vessel?
The DG cult was established 500 years ago, but it was more or less a front. However, the cult grew like a raging forest fire, and in its wake, a number of defiant sects sprung to life. These groups had views and objectives that strayed far from that of the cult, and they sought a new approach for finding the true God. One of these sects was Paradise. They hatched a plan to create a vessel for it. And that plan involved turning a human into a host for the true God. They tried a number of methods, from genetic manipulation to drug administration, in order to artificially create the perfect human being. Put simply, they were performing a ritual to bring a god down from heaven and into the body of their completed vessel.
What are you saying?
A perfect human being?
In every sense of the word, both mentally and physically. Apparently, they were determined to make their vision a reality by any means necessary. At one of the hospitals that was under their thumb, they treated a pregnant mother with drugs and subjected her to genetic manipulation. From what I hear, they even did a bit of recycling from some of the children that were broken by the less radical sects of the cult. However, that yielded some unexpected results.
The personality transference we saw in the research lab was likely one of them. No, it may be more accurate to say it was the inciting incident. It was an experiment to bring what they believe to be a true god to Earth, and then implant its personality into a vessel.
And everything that happened to you was...
Yes, that was all a prelude to their experiments on personality transference. Fun fact, that child wasn't originally from Paradise. He was born at a different lodge. The parents were members of the cult. They willingly offered their child up for experimentation. And this is the result. The child made for a promising test subject. After all, he is both male and female.
So then, that's what happened.
Catra was artificially imbued with the characteristics of an angel, like the ones we grew up hearing about.
How could they do that to their own child?
Pieces of shit!
At the very least, he was spared the worst of the experiments. He was born as a child of God, after all. However, that didn't stop them from drugging and brainwashing him on a regular basis. They needed him to believe he was different. They wanted to erode any sense of belonging, so that he would one day play the part of the ideal host for their true god. But that day never came.
You're referring to the cult purge operation, yes? The one that took place a year after Paradise was destroyed by the Society? Technological countermeasures were put in place after the fact, and victims were taken in by foster families. Professor Hamilton was involved in that.
Right. She welcomed Catra into her family.
That story wasn't yours to tell, you know. You have some nerve digging up someone's past like that. How dare you?
Could have stopped me any time, but no. You hung on every word. You're just as guilty. Anyway, I'm not all that concerned about his tragic backstory. The only thing that matters is whether he's useful to my plan. And since he's long outlived his usefulness, I have no reason to remain here. I just wanted to see things through to its conclusion.
Again?
It's like he's going out of control.
Now then, I'll be making my exit. I have more important matters to attend to.
Hey! Where the hell do you think you're going?
Let him go. We have to help Catra.
Run away. I don't care anymore. I'm not human. I don't belong in this world. This is what Papa and Mom wanted. Leave me be. Go before I hurt you more than I already have.
Catra.
You always stick your neck out for us. So why can't we return the favor? If we were in your shoes, you'd rush to our aid without a second thought. Don't deny it.
Your words ring true, even now. Are you seriously trying to make that same dumbass choice that I did? You realize how many people that would hurt. Open your eyes. Remember all the people who care about you. Remember us, not those damn cultists or your screwed up parents who put you through this hell in the first place. You don't owe them a damn thing, and don't you forget it. Catrice Elysian!
He's right. Please don't let go of the people who treasure you dearly. The bonds and connections you've made are what make you who you are.
What about Professor Hamilton and Esmeralda, huh? They loved and raised you as their own. There's your answer right there.
I don't give two shits about this angel crap or whether people think you're different. That doesn't give you the right to just up and leave us.
You're not going to hurt us. And whether you like it or not, we're not giving up on you. That's right. We'll do whatever we have to bring you back. Because you mean the world to us. So please, please come back to us, Catra.
Oh, yes. Everyone.
Let's take care of this, Van. For the victims who are still suffering because of the cult. And for those of us that suffered in the past.
We've got your back, too!
You can count on us. We'll get him back if it's the last thing we do.
Thanks, everybody. Let's do this!
Man, I was dogging on Catra. He didn't really have a backstory before right now, so this goes kind of hard. This is kind of sick. Well, here we go. This explains a lot, though. Catra's character was always kind of a mystery. It was kind of implied he had some sort of bad upbringing, but we didn't really know. It's also interesting because he always said he felt different. In the first game, he was always like, he feels different, but he's still definitely a guy. Like, basically, they asked him, are you, a male or a female? And he said he was a male. He said he had no doubt about it. However, he still felt different, and he didn't know why. So this is very interesting that he is both male and female. Like, genetically male and female. Which is crazy. I guess that makes him the vessel for the angel.
I ain't showing any mercy. You're getting the full course.
I still don't think he's very strong. But I think his story's a lot better now. I think just this one episode, he's become a much deeper character, which I think is a great decision. Now time to absolutely destroy him in combat. God, I really hope. I want nothing more than to use Angel Catra. I don't want him to have a gun. Give me Angel Catra. It'd be so sick. I'd swap Agnes out. I'd put him in if he was Angel Catra. Oh, Aegis Shield, that's gonna stop damage. How many times? Oh.
Bring it on.
Guess it's just damage. It's not a actual stopping the attacks here. If I drop the shield, I'll go in and use a S-break. This should drop the shield.
Here goes.
And I can't.
It's go
I
time.
want to use it so bad. I will use Grand Rend.
Allow me. Let's see how you like me when I get serious. Now close your eyes. Grand Rend. This gauge limiter.
Very close. This should do it. Yep.
You good?
Man. I didn't want any of you to know about my past or my body.
Catra.
You've got to learn to stop stressing over nothing, kiddo. Haven't you seen all the skeletons we've got in our closets? Do you seriously think we'd let that stuff affect how we see you?
He's got a point. We're all basically in the same boat here. You're you, Catra. That's all that matters to us.
Maybe I'm not the best person to say this, but here's my take. Everyone has things they struggle with, big and small alike.
That's right. And yet, here we all are. We always have each other's backs, no matter what.
I'm none too pleased with Harwood's lack of delicacy in bringing all this to light. But what matters now is how you choose to deal with it from here.
Even though these things are hard to share, the more we know about you, the better we can support you. I learned that after you all caught wind of my own family situation.
The fact that we all look after one another should make it obvious how much we care. I implore you to show yourself some of that care too, and learn to love the person you are the way we do.
Reset. Everyone.
They're here! Oh, Catra! I'm so glad you're okay.
Essie.
You brought her here? What about Sharid and the others? They okay?
Yes, they are. His Highness ordered me to come, in fact. It's only natural that he did. We do owe Professor Hamilton a great debt, after all.
I was so worried about you. Oh, thank Adios you're safe. If anything happened to you, I don't know what the Professor, Young, and I would have done.
Aw. I'm sorry, Essie, for making you go through this again. I tried to run away, even knowing how many loved ones I'd be leaving behind. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
You can leave the two of them in my care. I'll take them back to the villa when they're ready. We'll be counting on you to find the 1,000 Oathbreaker. I'm certain he's still up to something.
For sure. He went farther into the ruins, rather than doing his usual disappearing act. You know, I wouldn't be shocked if what he did to Ren and Catra was just his opening volley.
You really think he's planning something more sinister than that?
I'd bet money on it. Whenever you think he can't sink any lower, he'll upend your expectations in the worst way imaginable. We should catch up with him as soon as possible.
Then let's get moving already.
I concur. We owe it to Mr. Salesian as well.
And with that, that brings us to a good stopping point. Has he rejoined the team? No, he has not. It does still say he there, so I'm assuming that that's what they're going to be calling him in this game, so that's what I will continue to call him as well. So yeah, I think that's a good place to wind things down. Next time we should be able to finish off the Fragments chapter. Got to run through this huge dungeon here, but after that the chapter will be over. So I will see you guys in the next one.